All right, working on my friend's truck for their well business. 2014, very common issue, the VGT actuator stopped working. Exhaust brake doesn't work anymore. You don't hear it cycle when you turn the key on. So he already got there he is there. He already got the fender liner out and the wheel off, which makes it a lot easier. Get right to it. So it's this one right there. They got an aftermarket one since you can't, a lot of the places are out of stock on the factory ones. I think it's from City Diesel. Don't need to calibrate this one either, they say. So first step, lift the truck up. That's real nice. It's got the hoist right on it. We gotta drain the coolant. So there should be a drain over here that you can go through. You gotta drain it all out. So you just take the one bolt out for the power steering reservoir, then you can get down to the drain. Got a little tube on it, and it goes down into a bucket. So we're gonna save it. So now we just gotta turn that. You gotta figure out what size that is. Okay, so that was the size. You can actually put an Allen in the middle of that. 10 millimeter. Turn it lefty-loosey. Starts draining. Okay, so I already loosened the top two. It's a 5 millimeter Allen. You don't want to use anything else because you're going to strip it. So I only had the standard. Well, I used a 5 millimeter Allen to get the top ones, but I can't get the bottom ones. So I only had standard Allen sockets. So I was able to take a 5 millimeter bit Allen with the bit socket. And I'll do that.
Non-copyrighted.
Oh yeah, you turn that off.
Should I?
Yeah. Yep. Forgot about that. Okay, good.
You got nervous there?
Yeah, I did. Whew. There we got him.
Wow, that filled up that jug almost to the top.
I looked at it before we left to make sure it wasn't near the top. It wasn't. Here's our coolant. It's probably done draining now. It looks like 4.5, right?
Yeah.
That's what, 4.5 gallons, yeah. And to get this plug out, you gotta pull this little gray tab up, back. That unlocks it, and then it'll help if you push the connector forward into the plug, push the gray. I can't do it with one hand. Try it like this. So you gotta pull that gray tab back to safety. Just like that. Yeah, pull this bolt off too. Hold the harness. You can see that this actuator was leaking coolant too already. So I bet coolant got into the gear housing of this and blew the circuit board out, but these were known to have the issues with these older actuators in the 14s. So now we got all the coolant out. I'm gonna go ahead and take these out the rest of the way. This is a cabin chassis truck, and I changed the actuator on my truck, which is 2500. I'm pretty sure there wasn't this much room here, so I think I'm lucky on this one. But get the top ones. Pull it right off. That was a fail. It doesn't move my hand. Vanes are stuck, so that's no good. Just gonna put it back together the way it was. You have to replace the turbo. Should be able to move this with one finger. On mine, I was able to. So I cleaned this off real well. This is how you want it. Be able to move it with one finger. You can hear the metal clunks at each end. Get to each stop. Just like that. So this new actuator, apparently you don't gotta line it up, but with the aftermarket one, when I did mine, I'm pretty sure I had to line it up with that hole. It came with a little tool that lined this up. And with the OEM ones, you have to calibrate them while the actuator's off, put it on, and run it's a different calibration, but you gotta run the second calibration with it on, and it learns the sweep of the turbo. Double check the surface is all clean and dry. The kit comes with new, even the factory OEM ones come with new gaskets. So here's the gear side. In there goes to the circuit board, so you don't want to get any coolant in there. That's the coolant side. So that's why they're separated. Bolts in. Okay, there it is installed. Got the wire and the little clamp there. Just gotta put coolant back in it. Now it's time to close the drain valve. So I'll do that. So I close the drain valve, put the power steering reservoir back on. Now we'll fill it back up. We'll vacuum fill the coolant. There's the vacuum filler. It's got air coming in, blows out here, and it creates a vacuum on the cooling system. You want to get to a full vacuum on it. So we're gonna see if there's any leaks. Let it sit, see if the needle moves, but all our pipes are collapsed. Look how nice this dash is. Canvas dial. Alright, so our needle didn't move. Here's our hose going into the coolant bucket. I sucked some coolant up so we didn't suck too much air in. It's really nice, but all you gotta do is open this. And it just starts filling the coolant system. So our vacuum's gonna go down as it fills. Pipes are gonna come back. And our bucket's gonna go down. Got stacked up. We got most of the coolant in it, but since it's not hot, this got full and I can't get any more in. So, and I couldn't get a full vacuum on it because the compressor is a little weak. So there's some left. We're gonna get it hot, let it flow, and then put the rest in. But right now the exhaust brake's working to warm up. So I got the fender liner back in and the outer fender. We're gonna go test it now. Put it through its paces. Now I'm just running a regen on it just to burn out any of the soot or something, you know, that's been collected since the VGT wasn't working and it was in the open position, so it was kind of sluggish. So I just want to burn off any soot. It's not deleted or anything, so it's got all the after treatment on it. So you can see the DOC outlet temperature is getting up there. This is in Celsius, 535, so it's probably like 900 degrees. We can come back to tab 7. We can see our actuator. 93% is its actual, and our commanded is 94. Well, it's changed, but you can see on the graph it's following pretty well. Coolant temp while doing a regen, 98 Celsius. This is the application I would have used if I needed to calibrate the new actuator, but it said I didn't have to calibrate it, so. And we got no check engine light anymore, went away on its own. So this is truly a do-it-yourself actuator replacement, the aftermarket one. So far so good. That's it. Just lift the whole front of the truck up.